after a long and a hard and a very strained battle with Brentford, they finally struck a deal, and I think he's undergoing medicals or it's about to be made official. And it's been a long time coming, but this deal was always going to happen. Brentford had no choice but to sell Mbeumo. This is when he's at his peak value, in my opinion. He just came off his most prolific season, and I think he's got about 20 goals or so. So you can't not sell him at this point. Next season, you don't know what might happen. He might get an ACL. He might, like, anything can happen. He might just not do well because they've changed coaches. So the play style the coach might implement, or it could not, fit him or something. So anything can happen, and he might not be as good as he was last season. So this is the best time to sell him. So I think they actually robbed United. That 70 million was too much, but United were desperate, so they had to meet with the price tag and all that. United also get their man. They want two players to play behind the striker. They're looking for a striker. I'm hearing reports that they want to go for Jackson. I don't think that is true, because that 100 million price tag for Jackson is just insane. I mean, since he came to Chelsea, he's been worse than he was at Villarreal. So how are you expecting 100 million for him? That doesn't make sense to me. But if they get a good striker, they have Cunha and Mbeumo behind the striker, I think they'll be pretty formidable next season if they're able to fix the other holes in their team. Diallo will probably be affected by this, because where is he going to play? Is he just going to play the right wing back, or is he going to come on for, I don't know, because those two players they just bought, Cunha and Mbeumo, they're not going to sit on the bench. They are coming to start games for United. So I don't know where Diallo is going to play, or maybe they'll play Cunha as a striker. I don't know what they want to do, but then Diallo is definitely going to be affected by this. I don't know if this will kind of push him out next season. He's a good player, and he's someone who, if he is ambitious, he should want to start for teams. He wouldn't want to be a bench player or a rotation player. So I do see him leaving maybe next season or next 2 seasons if he doesn't get a lot of play time this coming season. Also, if you look at the way things were, Brentford wanted to sell Mbeumo because of what happened with Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney was banned for the gambling thing, betting against Brentford, which is actually crazy. Like, how are you betting against your team? I mean, I don't know how that happened, betting against your team and all that. So he was banned, and he missed a couple of games and all that, which actually reduced his value, because looking at Ivan Toney, he could have easily gone for 100 million if they were buying Sesko for 100 million. And Sesko scored, I think, about 13 goals last season or so, and they were looking to buy him for 100 million. I'm talking about Arsenal. Arsenal was going to buy him for 100 million or so. Then I think Toney can easily go for 100 million too, because Toney is actually Premier League proven. He scored a lot of goals, and he's actually a very good striker. He helps with build up play and all that. So he could easily go for the 100 million too. But because of the whole ban and all that, that significantly reduced his price tag. So they can't let that happen to Mbeumo too. That means they've lost good money on two of their best players, two of the best players that came up with them from the championship. And I think that was too good to pass upon. So this deal was always going to happen. It's just Brentford was being a little greedy and wanted to, squeeze those couple of millions out of United. And I think they did it. They got their money. Mbeumo got his move. United got their player. Everyone is happy. Everyone is smiling, looking forward to the next season. Brentford get to replace Mbeumo, and have some extra cash from them. So I think everyone wins in this deal. To be honest, I don't think there's any loser in this deal. Mbeumo was never going to stay in Brentford for the rest of his career. He was always going to get that big move. So this was always going to happen. It was just a matter of how long it was going to take for it to happen and for how much. And I think if all parties are okay with it, then there's nothing wrong with it, I guess. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.